Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're going to talk about regulation. Canada just came out with this blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies and beyond report. I'm going to go over it with you, and we also are going to talk about other crypto hubs that are popping up all over the world, places that want to be the center of innovation globally. We're going to talk about it today. So check this out. So this is what we want to see, guys. This is really what we want to see from our neighbors up in Canada, is what we want to see in the UK, is what we want to see everywhere, right? Good, sensible regulation recommendations coming out from governments that want to keep innovation in their countries. So the US can learn a lot from Canada out of this report. Let's go ahead and scroll down to the recommendations. I really want to read these to you because they're pretty good. So check this out. Recommendation 1. The government of Canada recognizes blockchain an emerging industry in Canada with significant long-term and economic job creation opportunities, right? Think about it. Cryptocurrency companies need developers, they need front-end people, they need marketers, they need all of these different facets that create jobs, and jobs create taxes, right? Taxes that the government can go ahead and use to do other programs in the country, and that's why it's important. Recommendation 2, that the government of Canada should, in its efforts to improve consumer protection and regulatory clarity to the emerging and innovative field of digital assets. God, Canada, getting it. It says, be guided by the principle that individuals' right to self-custody should be protected and the ease of access to safe and reliable on and off ramps should be defended and promoted. So what is this saying to you guys? This is saying that they care about our digital assets holdings, that we can use hot wallets or cold wallets or any kind of wallets that you want to use, your mobile wallets. They want self-custody to be important for consumers like me and you, because what's happening here, guys, is the banks are putting pressure. What's happening in America is that Gary Gensler works for the banks. He's there to make sure the banks get what they need. Charles Schwab used to work for them, right? Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, all these different companies. Gary is trying to make it hard for centralized exchanges because he wants banks to be able to offer you crypto and offer you custody. You know how they're coming after staking right now? I guarantee you your bank is going to say, hey, come stake your Bitcoin or your whatever, right? I'm using stake as, what's it called? I know it's proof of work, not proof of stake, but come keep custody of your assets here and we'll pay you 2, 3, 5, whatever percent. You better believe it's coming. All right, recommendation number 3, that the government of Canada, following consultation with the provinces and stakeholders, should establish a national blockchain strategy that clarifies the government's policy and direction and regulatory approach and demonstrates the support of the industry. Oh, I love it. Canada's just singing to my ears right now. All right, recommendation 4, that the government of Canada, with a view to adopt a national blockchain and distributed ledger strategy, call upon group of experts, entrepreneurs, and academics and investors, as well as people in the artificial intelligence industry cluster, to support its analysis and understanding and help determine best steps. Canada's got it, guys. Canada's got it. It says, give the group a mandate to set up a platform for innovation of exchange and monitoring, carry out analysis to identify the most promising and high-risk areas for distribution, advise the government promising innovatives, and support the government in implementing select initiatives, right? All right, so recommendation 5, the government of Canada pursue opportunities for international cooperation in the development of blockchain regulation and policies, including with our major trading partners. Who do you think that is, guys? That is the US and it's Mexico, right? We have this big, I don't know what it's called. I do apologize. I'm not up on the new name for it. I think the Trump signed a new deal, or I can't remember, guys. They're talking about United States. They're talking about the UK, the G7 partners, right? Recommendation, are we on 7? Are we on 6? The government of Canada conduct innovative pilot projects using distributed ledgers to help strengthen the ecosystem and recognize up-and-coming businesses. Man, I wish we could copy this and bring it into the US and be like, hey guys, here's a good playbook on what you should be doing. The government of Canada to create a sandbox where entrepreneurs can test technologies underpinned by as yet unadopted regulations. There's recommendation 8, that the government of Canada adopt a distinct regulatory approach to stablecoins that reflects the difference between these products and other cryptocurrencies and account for the unique regulatory challenges they present. 9 is that the government of Canada adopt regulatory changes to promote an establishment of the federally regulated cryptocurrency custodians to meet the demand for cold storage services from Canadian cryptocurrency firms, right? They're trying to, you gotta have a custody, you have to have policy, you have to have stablecoin policy. It's all these different policies you have to set in place, right? Usually comes stablecoin first because they want to do wholesale, right? Wholesale and retail is two different things. Wholesale is for the bank and interbank connections, right? The government maybe sending money or doing different things. And then retail is for me and you and business to business. Recommendation 10, that the government of Canada adopt measures to access to banking and insurance services for blockchain firms, including through crown corporations. I don't understand crown corporations, but hey, if that means something to you guys up in Canada, more power. 11, it says the government of Canada establishes a public awareness campaign in the consultation with the provinces and the industry to educate the public about risks related to cryptocurrencies and the benefits of accessing cryptocurrency markets through regulated Canadian entities. Recommendation 12, that the government of Canada draw up the previous report on small to medium enterprises and launch a strategic initiative to develop skills and talent to support the research. They're talking about educating college and maybe younger than college. Like, you should really start in high school or even middle school to try to get these kids educated on blockchain technology, right? We can really shape the development of our youth and our kids. Well, I don't have any kids yet, but I can't shape my dogs. My Luna can't shape that, but do you get what I'm saying, right? To be able to get your kids to be able to work in this industry. Imagine what blockchain and AI is going to look like in 5 or 10 years, right? We really need to develop the skill set right now with our youth to be able to do all this. 13, that the government of Canada investigates ways to promote the adoption of blockchain technology in supply chains. That's brilliant, right? You're talking about XinFin, you're talking about Morpheus Network and VeChain working on different blockchain technologies that support supply chain management. XinFin and Nigio, they are building digital trade documents that could save up to $7 trillion a year from the G7 countries just by themselves, guys. 14, that the government of Canada, in collaboration with the Commissioner of the Canadian Elections, undertake a study on the new opportunities as technology for electronic voting, consultation, and modernization, right? All this shit about elections are rigged, elections are fraud. What if it's on the blockchain? Nobody can say shit then, right? So let's move it to the blockchain. Let's move voting to the blockchain, and we'll cut out all of this back and forth, this bitterness about, oh, the election was stolen. Oh, it wasn't. Where's the proof? There's no proof. You know, we just need to get this going. 15, that the government of Canada should investigate equity between provinces in the application of Excise Tax Act to mining activities to ensure fair taxation, right? Government wants their piece. And then 16, last but not least, that the government of Canada, in order to foster a competitive digital asset mining environment and in order to continue to attract investments, should maintain that the digital asset mining constitutes a commercial activity in Canada, and as such adopt a neutral and equitable position towards the new growing industry. All right, cool. Let's keep going here. So I want to show you the crypto hubs that are popping up all over the world. You have London, 1, Dubai, 2, New York City. I don't think New York's gonna be there for long. Singapore, LA, Zug, this is Switzerland, Hong Kong, Paris, Vancouver, Bangkok, Chicago, Berlin, and somewhere in Japan, Sapporo, Lagos, Lisbon, Kuwait City, Tehran, Sydney, Osaka, and then Kuala Lumpur. India, what's up? I think it's India. If it's not, don't shoot me. But look, guys, what is important to all of these countries? We just went over those recommendations, right? And you really kind of heard what was important to the Canadian government in trying to solve. All of these places probably have already solved these situations. The US, not so much, but you're talking about London, they just passed the Markets and Infrastructure Bill. That just got signed in. MICA regulation is live. June 29th, it got signed in. So what is going to happen with the world? All of these places want to bring the best technological companies, the best blockchain companies, because they want the taxes and they want the job creation and they want the revenue, guys. That is why adopting proper regulation in your country first can set you up for the next 10 to 20 years of innovation and business in your country. That's why everybody's racing to do this. So what does it tell you about 2024 and 2025? It tells me that we're about to have the biggest bull run you've ever seen. Why? Because we have regulation in most parts of the world already. The US will pass regulation this year. They have to. They see the UK, they see Canada, they see these other places that already have regulation, and they have to catch up because it puts the US at a disadvantage. All the money markets and all that kind of stuff, disadvantage. Until you have clear guidance in your country, that is holding you back from all of this innovation. And Republicans and some Democrats see this in Congress, and they will pass proper regulation so cryptocurrencies can explode in 2024 and 2025. I'm so excited to be on this journey with you guys. If you got something out of this video, please like and subscribe. 45% of you are not subscribed and you watch my videos, please, it's free. Send it, and if you want to support me, there's multiple ways to do that down in the description. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for your time. Bye.